There are so many countries, like in Russia, let's say, they do have churches with this pentagram all over the place. You know? Like I believe in this law, the unwritten law that says if you truly deserve it, it will come to you. This God is about fertility, you know what I mean? He's about getting drunk and having a good time and partying and like all this yoo-hoo, like the friend we all need in our group.
Yeah. Okay, hello friends. So this is the second episode and we will talk about my wife Revna. You mentioned that you are a tarot reader, you're into paganism. Yeah. So, how many years are you practicing?
For like since I remember myself, I was a pagan, and then I realized the exact definition of paganism. So I enriched it in a way, so it can be like for me specifically. Because paganism is about believing in multiple gods and goddesses or in nature. So it has like too many forms. You know, it's not just one thing. Paganism is not a belief system that tells you to do something. No, there's so many forms for it. So paganism can be about believing in gods and goddesses or in nature or to practice witchcraft. It can be like a thing. In paganism, but you don't need to be a pagan in order to do witchcraft. So that's not my thing. I don't do that. Like I don't use manifestations or prayers or whatever to make my wish come true. You know, I believe in this law, the unwritten law that says if you truly deserve it, it will come to you. You don't need to do anything. Like you just need to support what you believe in and yourself and those around you with love and gratitude and forgiveness. So this is like how I enriched paganism for like to suit me better. And I do practice tarot readings for about 12, 13 years. Yeah,
nice.
For 13 years now.
How did you start?
Well, I was curious, and I am an overthinker, and I don't like to use that as a bad thing about myself. I don't want this to describe me in a bad manner and way. No, and I am an overthinker, and I really need to know what's going to come up to me next. You know, so it's my need to have the information. You know, and I only collect informations that are allowed for me to see them, because some of them you just can't be ready. You don't know if you're ready. So
you are relaxing your mind.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm more like prepared. Exactly. I'm more prepared.
Okay, and what's paganism for you?
Paganism for me is that exact thing that you can practice whatever you want to practice. Just focus on the peace and light. Because you know what? Can I be honest about it?
Okay. Of course.
I used to not focus on the light. I used to focus on this gray area, you know. I used to think that this can get me revenge, you know, and stuff like that. But it was an immature thing to do. It wasn't an immature thing to do. It was a wrong thing. Because the first time that I actually looked someone in the eye and be like full of hatred and like envy and all these bad feelings that many of us can feel, you know, on an everyday basis. So that's okay. And I just pointed out on this specific person, and it felt so bad. It was like how can I say that? Like an infection through my own body. It was like poison in me. I was sending these vibes, and these vibes were coming right back at me. So I wasn't winning, you know. And then I figured, like that's not my path. No. So it's not gray, it's not dark, it's just light. You know, you can hate me if you want to. That's fine. The poison is in you. So
you know, many people think that paganism is something evil and confuse it with Satanism and that kind of stuff.
You know, it's like the symbols. It is the symbols about it. It's the pentagram, right? Like I do have pentagrams, and I do have a necklace that my husband bought for me as a gift, and It's really beautiful, actually, and I so much love it. And yeah, I wear it every now and then. I used to wear it like in everyday basis, but now he got me this, so yeah. I just changed it a bit. And yeah, pentagram is something with so much shadow on it for no freaking reason. Like people, especially Christians, call it like a symbol for Satanism, but they don't get it. Like, right? Pentagram, okay? It's like a symbol of the star with a circle, right? So it's not just the star; it's the circle around it, and it symbolizes all the well, it is elements, like you can call them elements, but like the higher powers, you know, like fire, earth, water, air, and spirit. So the pentagram has actually the spirit on top, and it can represent the human body as well. Like all these creators centuries ago tried to manage. So yeah, it's like the head, and then the arms, and then the whole body. So
like Da Vinci did.
Yeah, exactly. Him and so many others.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was like the spirit come first, and then everything else can spin, you know, can do the work. So yeah, pentagram is a really underrated symbol, I might add, because there used to be on churches, you know. Yeah, in Christianity, there are so many countries, like in Russia, let's say, they do have churches with this pentagram all over the place, like on top of the church, right? Yeah. And it's there to symbolize exactly that, like first of all the elements, and secondly the whole energy that comes around and around and around, but it's never the point, it's never on like the bottom of the star, it's always.
And this is how they confuse everything.
Yeah, because Satanism took this symbol and like made it like a goat, which is okay, because you know what, in paganism they do have this god named Pana, right? And he's a goat, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Dionysus from ancient Greece, this pantheon of ours, right? So it's like the exact same thing. This god is about fertility, if you know what I mean. He's about getting drunk and having a good time and partying and like all this yoo-hoo, like the friend we all need in our group. Yeah. So this deity is actually that, like Pana, and he's a goat. He's represented as a goat anyway. So it's actually a pagan symbol again, just reversed for some reason, and now Pana is not Pana, but it's Satan, or whatever the case is. So yeah, Satanists took this symbol and okay, we'll
talk about this in another video. Okay, thank you, Revna.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was great. I hope you enjoyed it. You can write your questions below, and if you have some questions, we can make videos about them. So write your questions below, and she will be glad to answer them.
Yep, I want to clarify things.
Yeah,
and express myself.
Thank you. See you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.